Always. Always happy. Yeah, see ya.
Yeah.
As the repair team set up shop, the barn's first visitors are arriving. Zeffy Foxton and her mum Barbara Thompson are hoping the experts can restore a priceless heirloom that spans 4 generations of women in their family.
Hello there.
Hello.
Lovely to meet you both.
And you do.
Have you brought anything in? You seem to be empty-handed.
We have this.
What is that?
It's a mother of pearl coin purse, which was my great-grandmother's. My mum's
She gave
granny.
it to me.
OK. It is very pretty, isn't it? Is that leather around the outside?
It is, yes.
Suzie, come and have a look at this.
So this is a little purse?
Yes.
Oh, my word. It's so delicate.
It's very delicate, really delicate.
So this belonged to your grandmother?
My grandmother,
OK.
yeah, Marjorie Hill. And when I was little, she lived with us. So she gave it to me. I will have been no more than 5, possibly younger.
Very young.
Yeah.
So what did you think?
Well, I was fascinated by the iridescence of it. I used to put my spends in there, which were big, you know, copper tuppences and what have you. And it didn't go well with silk.
No.
I used to put Christmas cracker rings in as well, because they were precious, weren't they, when you were little? And then it's just deteriorated over time. I've got 3 daughters, so they all had the old rummage in the jewellery boxes. And ooh, what's that, Mum?
But what a lovely mother you were to allow them to play with it, because most mothers wouldn't have allowed them to play with it.
Lovely or foolish, one or the other.
Just a good mum. A good mum, yeah.
We were talking about it for my wedding, which is coming up next year.
Goodness.
Nice.
And Mum's always wanted to offer this as something old.
Yes.
I think this symbolises a mother and child love.
Right.
Are you OK? Oh, Mum.
And that's what I wanted for you.
Oh, Mum, stop.
Yeah, I wanted it for Zeffy. Zeffy has been diagnosed with cancer, and she's been having chemo, which is awful. Awful. So I gave her this and said, this'll do for your fairy tale wedding, for this something old. Why don't you get it repaired? Thinking that it was something that would take her mind off what was going on. And Mum wants to take it away and make you better. And I can't. But I can make you feel better.
Yeah, you did.
Good. Job done.
So, if I'm able to get this back into a repaired order, what would you be hoping to see?
I think for me, I'd like to be able to see it as it was, with, you know, the bright red silk back, the leather all clean.
Does the catch actually work?
The catch does still work.
OK.
But it's a bit iffy.
Oh, OK.
Yeah. Whatever you can do will be an improvement.
I can't wait to get started, so thank you so much. I will enjoy this, I'm sure.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
We'll
All
see
right,
you soon.
lovely.
Thanks
Take
a lot.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Look at that.
My word. That looks really delicate. You might need to borrow some of your brother's glasses, I think.
He's got plenty to borrow.
See you in a bit.
All right. This is an absolutely gorgeous little purse, but it's incredibly complex. The frame is somehow attached to the mother of pearl, and then inside there's these 2 tiny little pockets that are covered with the silk. So somehow I've got to be able to replicate this, because being silk, it rots after a period of time. The hinge at the base here is a little bit damaged. That needs to be made round again. So I think the first thing I want to do is start deconstructing it. And once I've got it stripped apart, I'll take the frame over to Brenton and see if there's anything he can do to strengthen this hinging system. Now, I just need to strip the frame down and then I can start the pattern making.
Next to arrive, another daughter with a piece of precious family history. Josefina Capito has travelled from Kent with a musical item that's seen and heard better days.
Hello.
Hello. Julian, this is one for you.
Ooh.
I'm assuming it's a guitar.
It is indeed.
Intriguing.
Hello.
How you doing?
Can we take a look?
Yeah. A lovely guitar that's very old and very damaged.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this belonged to my father, who's Spanish.
So your father was a musician?
No, he thought he was. No, he was a pastry cook. My father was called Jose Cupido. He came to the UK around about 1950.
Is he still with us?
No, he died in 2017.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He loved flamenco music and the culture, and he'd pick it up and he would strum it. I think quietly he encouraged me, like he kind of put the guitar there so that, you know, I could...
Give it a go.
Give it a go.
Obviously, it must have been important to him if he kept it, you know.
Yes. I think it was the spirit of his history. It's got a lot of meaning. He came from a place called San Roque. There was a dictatorship in Spain under Franco, and he had to join up to fight in the Civil War, but then he got captured.
Oh, no.
And he was sent to Sevilla, in Seville, and he managed to escape.
The prison. He escaped the...
He escaped, and then he managed to get to Algeciras and to connect with his family, and they arranged for a boat to be there midnight, no moon.
Oh, wow.
And he got into Gibraltar, and then he was in neutral territory. So this, culturally, has the spirit of that history.
What was he like as a dad?
He was a lovely man. We listened to a lot of flamenco, and some of the parties that they would gather, there were some musicians, bandurria players and guitarists, and I learnt and I listened and I watched.
So can you actually play a bit of flamenco guitar itself?
Yes, I kind of learnt some of the basic rhythms, but I had to learn that through dancing. I joined a dance group called El Payo, and then we were swept off to Cunard Liners. So I travelled the world as a flamenco dancer at 16, 17.
On cruise ships?
On cruise ships, yeah.
Fantastic. Your dad must have been so proud of you, with his Spanish roots coming through.
He was, yes.
Did Dad actually give you the guitar at a certain time?
No, I nicked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go into my room and strum it and play it. Learning the guitar kind of unlocked, for me, his history. It has no strings, so that's why it needs strings, to bring the story out again.
So what's actually wrong with the guitar?
Well, I think the bridge came off, and then I think my father tried to glue it back together again.
Okay.
And also there's a split. It's got no resonance. I mean, I still don't really know whether it's actually repairable, but it meant a lot to him, and I just thought I needed to look after it, and I'd love to play it.
Very much. It's in safe hands.
Thank you so much.
See you later then.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you.
Bye.
Take care. Wow, all I can say is there's a lot of cracks. So I have to delve inside and see how it's supported on the inside. I've got this fantastic dental mirror. I open up and say, ah. Wow. Well, that's interesting. When I approach crack repairs, one thing I do is make a cleat, which is a supporting piece of wood, and that sits right over the crack. The cleats I see here, they're not supporting the crack at all. They're all shunted to one side. My approach is going to be to try to get these cleats out and then put the right ones on in the right position. My main concern is this bridge has been removed and put back further back. I'm going to have to take this thing off. I'm using this low-tack masking tape to protect the finish from the hot spatula. I'm going to now heat up to soften the glue. Oh, hello. That's handy. It just fell off. I was going to take that off later. So I'd just like to kiss just like that on that edge. If I lost control of this, I may just slip and carve a big gouge in the top. This is a tough cookie. I've just got to gently coax it because it is coming. Ta-da! Look at that. It definitely needs a replacement bridge, so I'm going to construct one and I can now start attending to these cracks.
From cracked wood to torn silk, Suzie is also delving inside for her repair of the fragile coin purse.
Because this purse, when it folds up, can't be too bulky, the form that you use has to be quite thin. So what I've done is made a template of the form on the inside, which is basically some firm paper. The only way I'm going to know whether it works or not is to dive in. Silk is a little unusual for me to work with, so being able to remake such a beautiful interior like this is really a joy. Just got to let this dry completely and then I can cover the other side.
Susie's asked me to look at the hinge of the purse, and the hinge is slightly falling apart and quite worn. One of the ends of these knuckles is slightly crushed in. So I've just pushed the pin back in there, and that's actually back in shape now. I'm going to clean it up with wet and dry paper, just rubbing the rust off, and we'll see what it looks like. I believe that Suzie is going to cover this in leather, but I still want this to be corrosion-free for her to do that.
I'm now focusing my attention on the end pieces where the mother of pearl is attached to. I've gone ahead and made some strips of very, very fine leather, and I'm now going to glue the leather onto the paper. There's a tendency when you pull leather around a curve for it to end up being a little bulky. So I'm having to gently pull the leather and using my nail to iron out any possible pleats. I've just started making the new sides of the interior of the purse. The frame is really very delicate and it can only accept so much bulk. So there's a lot of things resting on my accuracy. which is just making me sweat a little bit. There you go. And there you've got that lovely concertina. It's a little bit like an accordion made of silk. And then this is going to go in here like so. So I need to do another gusset to go on this side. And then I'm going to be ready to start the assembly.
Making their way into the barn next are mother and son Jean and Ian with a fascinating piece of bygone London life.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
Very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. Do you want to take a seat?
Thank you.
Steve, do you want to join us?
Hi there.
Hello.
So what have you brought into us?
This is a taximeter from around sort of 1958. And this meter sat next to my dad, who was a London cabbie. These were in taxis called FX3s.
Is that like the black cab? Is that what...
It's a black London taxi.
OK.
But it was a very old-looking taxi. It had no front door at the passenger side.
What's Dad's name?
Cyril.
Cyril. Is he still with us?
No. Long time, unfortunately.
Is that... What was Cyril like?
He was quite a shy man, wasn't he? Yeah. But he made so many friends while he was a cabbie.
In fact, it wasn't unusual for him to bring them back for dinner.
Yes.
So,
really?
Yeah.
Yes, so many times, I can't tell you, yeah.
Did he warn you he was bringing them back?
Yes.
If you were lucky.
Where did you guys meet?
Oh, we met in the West End, Charing Cross Road. I was 15 when I met him.
Yeah.
We used to go Saturday night dancing. He walked by and I saw him and I thought, And he obviously caught sight of me, and that was it. We fell in love immediately. Sadly missed.
Oh.
We always remember Dad by this meter. It's got a lot of fond memories of childhood years. It was part of my play as a child, so when...
And your friends.
Yeah, absolutely. We played being taxi drivers. So I'll show you a little bit about it.
How does it work?
Yeah, so the flag would be raised, someone would flag you down, and that's what happens. The flag then goes down, and then the clockwork mechanism inside would be ticking away. So then the passengers get out, they pay their fare, and then the flag just goes back up, and it's for hire again. The only other thing to mention is that on the back here would have been a bell.
Oh, so it dings when you do that?
Ding the bell to show that actually the flag has moved into another position.
So how do you want it to look?
Well, I'd love it to look as it did when I was a child playing with it. If that display could display again and tick by, that would be truly amazing. This would be a very poignant reminder of my father and your husband, right? So this would be a nice way to start lots of conversations with people who never knew him.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for bringing it in.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
See you.
You take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is a fabulous piece. I love the look of this. Fantastic. I'm really genuinely excited to see what's inside. Wow. There's a lot of mechanism there. The actual clock part is just a straightforward clock mechanism, but all of the rest of the wheels and levers, I haven't got a clue how they work. I'm going to have to really study this. I can see the clock mechanism quite clearly now, and that looks quite familiar. I'm pretty sure that the actual mechanism is just seized up completely because it's all covered in shards of glass. The side panel here has smashed at some time, and because all of the parts are covered with grease and oil, the shards are just sticking to it everywhere. So I will need to clean everything before getting it back together again. And then I can get the main case over to Dom and hopefully get it ticking.
Also hoping to restore sounds of a different nature, Jules, as he takes on the previous failed repair of the Spanish guitar.
So I'm just about to attempt to take these old cleats out. They're in the wrong place. And I have this amazing sort of egg-shaped chisel. Then you're going to go inside completely invisibly for me. But I can just feel I'm on a cleat there, and if I can just... Ooh, I think one just popped off then. Oh, yeah. I think I'm cutting through that. Oh, wow, look how bad this is. That is so dangerous. I've just got to be so careful. If I go too hard or I slip, this chisel's coming right through, up through the top. Hopefully this little sharp chisel will just pull this last one off. Final check with my mirror. Yeah, they're all out. Deep breath. All I need to do is make the new cleats and put them on the inside and make this top vibrate as one again and not in separate pieces from the two cracks. I'm using an industry standard glue. It's called an aliphatic resin. Put what would have seemed to be way too much on. So this suction cup is just forcing the glue into the crack so it's completely covered. So that's the glue in. What I want to do is glue these cleats in the right place, and I have this really handy little cartridge which is magnetic, and I've put double-side sticky tape, and what I'm going to do is stick each cleat onto the double-side sticky tape, basically holding the cleats in place while the glue dries. Insert the bottom half. Now I want this centre line to line right on the crack, and I'll let the magnets do their magic. Beautiful. And now very carefully I have different lengths of long reach clamps. It's important to clamp them now because the magnetic pressure alone isn't enough. Fantastic. I can see already that the layers of wood have flattened down. It's going to be structurally much stronger than it was before.
How's it going, Suze?
Yeah, well, it's coming along. It's coming along.
In a good way?
Yes.
With the cracks glued together, Jules can now focus on correcting the misfitting bridge.
This bridge, to me, is obvious. It's not the original one. It doesn't even fit the original footprint, but I can make one. And I've just taken some measurements, and I now need to go outside and start trimming this down to size. Beautiful, that's absolutely perfect depth of 4 mil. I've got the bridge exactly the way I want it, and I have to have the holes drilled in the back edge of it so the strings can go through. All I need to do is start drilling. It's lovely to finally finish the bridge. So now I've just got to glue it onto the body. Beautiful.
The glue is also to hand on Susie's bench as she nears the end of her intricate reassembly of the old coin purse.
Right, so now the moment of truth. It's time for me to glue the mother of pearl to the exterior pocket here. And just gently lay that in place. Well, this is looking really very good. I'm just going to let this side dry completely, and then I will do the same to the front, and then it's going to be ready to give back to Barbara and Zeffy. I'm really looking forward to that.
The mother-of-pearl purse embodies a close bond between a loving mother and daughter. Barbara and bride-to-be Zeffy have returned, hoping their precious heirloom will bring joy after a difficult year.
Suzie, all finished?
Yes.
You pleased with it?
I am. I'm a little bit apprehensive, though.
Oh, don't be. It looks good. It looks good. Go on. Hi.
Hi.
You okay?
Hello, yeah, very good, thank you.
It's all smiles. How have you been?
Yeah, really good. Very excited to be here.
We've just been excited about how it's going to look and planning how we're going to present it at the wedding. Tell them the news.
I am officially clear of cancer. So,
You're kidding.
yes. We got the news recently. Thank you.
Hence the great big beams.
Yeah.
The smiles all make sense now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited. Can I show you what I've done?
Yes.
Oh, yes, please.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know, when I looked at it then, I thought, crap.
Oh, wow.
It's
oh my
gorgeous.
Gosh. It's exactly the same colour and everything. Oh, wow.
Oh, Suzie, that's...
Oh, my
I can't
gosh.
speak.
It even feels like the same material.
Yeah. That's what worried me, because I thought it was so tiny, it's so delicate.
Yes.
That would be the hardest part.
Brenton was able to fix the hinge as well.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. Zeffy, is it everything you'd hoped for?
It's everything I hoped for and more. It's literally come at the same time that I've been given the all clear. So for me, it's all connected. Bit difficult to explain, but...
Yeah.
Well, we brought it in broken. And now it's whole.
Yeah.
So it's more than just a purse. I think it's what we've gone through together as mum and daughter. It's a symbol of that as well.
I'm so glad that you're pleased. Honestly, the smile on your faces is just... It says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Brilliant.
No, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Best of luck at the wedding. I hope it all goes well.
Oh, thank you very much. It will.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care.
See you later.
Bye.
I am feeling very emotional and so grateful that the team have managed to put it together so perfectly.
Seeing the purse there, it's literally become a symbol of everything that we've gone through. It's a really, really joyful time for us as a family, and the purse is a beautiful symbol of that.
With one family heirloom successfully restored, Steve still has a long road ahead with his repair of the 1950s London taximeter.
As I've been taking this apart, I've been putting all the parts in pots, and I've numbered the pots so that I know that I can do that in reverse order. Hopefully it's going to go back together and, and do something. I don't know what everything's supposed to do, though. We'll see.
Steve.
Oh, Dom, have you ever taken anything apart that's complex and not known how it works?
Well, why have you taken so many things apart at the same time?
It terrifies me. But, yeah, I do need your help, please, with the case, because obviously the paintwork looks pretty horrid at the moment.
Yeah, I think I've got the easy job here. Honestly, no problem at all. Leave it with me.
Thanks, Dom.
Thanks, mate.
I'm putting some of the parts into the clock cleaning fluid, and this should clean all the grime, all the oil, grease, and the bits of glass. It should bring it up nice and clean. Hopefully then I'll be able to get it all back together again.
To do a proper job, as this would have been painted when it was new, everything has to be torn down to each individual component. Then I can strip them all down, work on the repaint, and get them all put back together. Yeah, that's it. That's going, that's going. Ah! Brilliant, there we go.
I've got all of the parts clean now, and I've got to get it all back together again. It just fills me with dread. Hopefully I won't have any parts left in a tray before I move on to the next one. If I do, then there's a bit of a problem.
I've got the taximeter completely taken apart now, all of the components separated, so I've had time to strip all the old bits of paint off, get a coat of primer on it, and they're all now on my little washing line here, ready for its first coat of this lovely glossy black paint.
Yes, look at that.
Just putting a little bit of pressure on the wheels just to make sure the clock's going to tick, which it does. And I need to now just screw this plate on, and then that's the first pot emptied. So making some progress.
With the newly crafted bridge now firmly glued in position, Jules is nearing the end of his repair to the Spanish guitar.
It all looks lovely, everything's lined up. I can now turn my attention to putting on the golpeador, which is Spanish for pick guard. Just guards against the fingers causing damage. It peeled off, and I've got this nice replacement. I've got to trim it down. I've only got one blank, so I'm hoping to get this right first time. Just going to pop this on here. There we go. Ta-da! Just peel back the backing and position it into place. I'm just going to put a couple of weights on to keep it in place and tell it who's boss. So that's all good. I just need to get the strings on and hand it back to Josefina.
The guitar represented a treasured link for Josefina's father, who escaped prison during the Spanish Civil War. Inspired by her father's history, Josefina has always had a passion for all things flamenco.
Here she is.
Hello.
Nice to see you again. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Very nice to meet you. I'm Will.
Hello, Will.
What are you hoping Julian's done to the guitar?
For it to be able to work and to be able to play it, because it's been silenced for all these years.
OK, you ready?
I am ready.
OK, here we go.
Sparkling. And all this is repaired. Goodness me. Ooh, wow. Gosh. Beautiful. Oh, gosh. I'm actually quite nervous and shaking. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it justice. Oh, dearie me. Mi niño chiquito no quiere dormir. Se pica su sueño, no quiere dormir. Ro, ro, oh, sounds beautiful. Oh,
That is
you.
really, really lovely. Marvellous job, Josefina. That's beautiful.
So it's been decades and decades since it's been played. How does it feel?
It's just wonderful. It's wonderful. I mean, it's going to be played every day. And my dad would be very, very pleased and happy.
That's nice.
And a new bridge. Thank you.
He's good, isn't he?
Yeah, Dad.
That's lovely.
Thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure.
Safe travels.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
Josefina.
Take care.
See you
Bye-bye.
now. Bye.
It was a real honour to see it back to its original beauty. My dad would be very proud. And bringing back the memory of him was just really, really lovely. I'm going to really enjoy spending time with it.
Also intended to hail memories of a much-loved father is the London taxi meter. And Steve is finally on the home straight.
The case looks great. Dom has made a fantastic job of this. This is the final piece of the jigsaw. I've managed to source a bell from my collection of clock bells. Everything is ready to put into the case now. There we go. That's looking so good. It's all now ready to give back to Ian and Jean.
This meter was one of the tools of the trade for London cabbies of the 1950s and 60s. But for Ian, it holds fond memories of a happy childhood and of his dear dad.
How we doing?
Good. Nice
Hello.
to see you. Hi.
Where's Mum?
Unfortunately, she would have loved to have been here, but she's actually immobilised with her hip.
OK.
And she sends her best, but she just couldn't make the journey.
Yeah. Send her our love, yeah?
I will.
So what are you hoping to see?
To think this taxi meter could be looking how it was when it was next to my dad, you know, as he plied for trade around the streets of London.
Yeah.
Remember, every day my mum would say to him as he left the house, be lucky. And I can only imagine, you know, this taxi meter brought him a lot of luck.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if we've been lucky, yeah?
Yeah.
Do the honours?
My goodness. Oh, my goodness. It's unrecognisable. I mean, that is... I recognise it, but it's nothing like what I left you.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. The bell.
You can hear it ticking as well.
And it is ticking. You've literally brought it back to new. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Dom has done all the paintwork on this.
Please make sure you pass on my gratitude to Dom as well.
Yeah, no, we will do. What do you think Mum's going to say when she sees this?
Mum will be absolutely thrilled to see it restored. I think she's going to be overwhelmed.
Yeah.
That's now a story we can tell about my dad.
Yeah.
And he's got great-grandchildren he never met, of course. Looking forward to telling them all about my dad and his taximeter.
Yeah. Well, it's yours to take home now.
Well, thank you again.
Oh, there you go. That's your dad saying thank you. All right.
Thank you.
You take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well done.
Thank you very much.
See, you could do anything.
To hear that bell is like I've been transported back, 40 years. And I can't tell you how that felt. And it does now send shivers right through me. The fact that this is such a strong association with my dad, picturing him in his taxi with the meter, is another way of just connecting back with him, and that's really special.